What up, papes? We are in Texas. Woo! Beryl is right coming around the corner, man. I'm in Sugarland, and they're telling me I got 12 hours. So I'm on here with my boy, Big Darkness, trying to get this over with before my power go out here in Texas. And of
That's
course,
right.
he's up there in LA just chilling and making it all nice and pretty. It was 74 degrees up there right now, Mike.
Nah, man. I'm in Northern California, man. It's
Oh, you up
100
higher.
it's in 110 degrees out here.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
hey,
That's
but
right.
you
You're a
know
little
what?
bit farther up there.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
ain't, I know people been watching now, looking at what's going on with you guys out there, man. I'm just
Yeah,
praying and hoping
man.
that you stay safe, man, and let me know, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Know that you're safe when it comes through. I know
I'm
it hits
marked
some other.
safe when I know I'm safe. But what they're saying to us right now is that like Sugarland, Houston, and all those areas, they want you off the roads at 9 o'clock because of that. Already got flooding going on right now, downtown area. And if you're not in the right area and you're driving your car, man, the chances of you going and cutting your engine out and everything else or getting stuck in water is not a good thing, especially if there's a storm coming. So they're asking people to get off the streets. Don't come out unless you have to. They've canceled schools for tomorrow, and supposedly around 9 or 10 o'clock, it's supposed to be like making you wonder what's going to happen. But one thing about Sugarland, you're kind of in an area where sometimes they kind of like miss us, even though a lot of other areas would get it, it'll kind of miss us. But a couple of rains that came through here earlier was like, okay, there's a possibility we may get some of this. But my brother is about 32 minutes south of here in Wharton, and they got some serious shit going to take place there. So I've been keeping in touch with him, and he's keeping in touch with me and letting me know what's going on. But coming from San Diego and being here now for 4 years, you still kind of go, what the hell is going on, right? You think you get used to it, but I think I'll take the fires over all of the unannounced storms.
At least you know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't know what's coming.
Yeah. But
with what's going on out there, man. So
yeah, man. So I'm wishing and praying for everybody too that this whatever is going to come our way just kind of stabilizes itself and move on really quickly without causing too much damage. They said something earlier on the news with it being such a fast walk, I would say a walkthrough, but a fast windstorm going through the city that it will leave us pretty quickly, but it won't stand still like Harvey did and kind of really make water hold and stay. So, but that they just said because of that, that's when the stronger winds come. So if you're out and about after 9, they don't want you to be out there. It's like, no, don't do that.
It's pretty serious. They're telling everybody.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man.
If you listening, if you're out there and you're in the Texas area, around the area of the hurricane, make sure you adhere to all the rules and everything, regulations. We know some people don't want to listen, but hey, it's about keeping you safe and keeping you alive. So
that's right. That's right.
So
I am locked down. So what's going on, man? Tell me what's going on with you.
Hey, since we've been gone for I think about 3 weeks, man.
3 weeks.
I was at the Olympic trials. Shout out to DJ Kenzo, man. Hey, he was the DJ for the Olympic trials, track and field trials, and he invited me to go with him, man. And I had a great time. I got to see some of the top athletes in the world, in the USA anyway, compete to be probably on the hardest team to make because they only take 3 people at your position. So it was a great time, man. I really enjoyed it, man. I was there for 11 days. It was long, though, man.
Wow.
Enjoyed it, man, Rob, man. But it was something that happens, every 4 years. And, as I'm getting older, man, that was some of my bucket list I wanted to do, man. And I had an opportunity to go. I was right there, man. I was right there taking pictures with everybody, man. I was on TV a couple of times when, on NBC. So I was on the big screen, all that stuff, man. So I had a good time. So that's been what's happening with me. I know you've been not getting ready, but you're getting ready for a show. Kind of fill them in, let them know what's going on with you before we start in it.
Yeah, man. I just got motivated all of a sudden as far as, want to like compete against to see what it was all about. Especially now that the divisions give us an opportunity to go up there and compete against people my own age instead of people who are 30 years younger than me. So I decided to take advantage of it, and there's 3 shows I'm going to take advantage of, and one is in Fort Walton, which is August 17th, and that's the Max Fit Pro, and then there's another one that's in Pittsburgh 2 weeks later, the first, which is a Sunday, believe it or not, but that's a little different. So
Right.
prep will be a little bit different, but at least I'll just be 2 weeks out from my last show, so I won't be that difficult. And then 3 weeks later, I will be in San Antonio at the San Antonio Pro. My ultimate goal, Mike, is that I know that they have the Master Olympia now, and I would like to qualify for that. And I'm kind of naive in the game right now, and I'm trying to figure out what are the qualifications that you need the year before in order to qualify to go the following year. I know it's an invitation thing, so they probably taking winners,
Yeah.
and to have the best against the best. So Pittsburgh is the World Games, so hopefully that'll bring in a number of people my age, competitors who are just as well in shape as I am, and get a chance to see where you stand with those people. And then I know San Antonio is always a pretty good show, and so I am looking forward to it. To see if at least I can win 1 or 2 of them. I want to win all 3, but if I can win 1 or 2 of them and qualify for the Master Olympia, you talk about your bucket list. That's my bucket list. Just to say I'm an Olympian. When I was first got my pro card, my pro debut, I went to San Antonio and I got second against Robert Townsend, who is of course went to the Olympia, and he done okay. Just hadn't been in positions that I'm sure he wanted to be in. But just to be there, it's just like us turning pro. You kind of go, wow, man, they can't take that away from me. I've done that. I've been there. So this is another opportunity for me to do something that I always wanted to do as a bodybuilder. Say, man, it'd be kind of cool to be on the Olympia, stage, whether it's in China or Romania, wherever they be. They'll look usually all over the place. But I'm looking forward to it. And so we just kind of play my way and see what happens. But I feel really good right now. Body weight is constantly coming down, and I'm not starving myself. I'm adjusting my cardio to my food intake, and I feel pretty good. Feel pretty good.
I've been watching your progress, man. You're looking good. You're leaning up, man. You're keeping that muscle size. I see the vascularity already, man, and I see a lot of definition coming, man. For where you're at already, I think you're a little ahead of the game. I think you're a little ahead of the game, man. Just from my personal opinion, my experience.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
And I'm always rooting for you, brother. I'm your biggest fan.
Hell yeah. So it's one of those. It's a game of judgment. You know what I mean? You go there to be judged, and you can't be too you can be over the top, but you don't want to be too far over the top because other people can bring you right down because they're looking at you differently than you look at yourself, or other people look at you.
Exactly.
And you just never know who's coming to the show. You just never know who's coming to the show. I mean, I could have an Olympian who placed in the 80s or the 90s, a top 5 Olympian, decide to go, I want to do this 60-year-old class. You know what I mean? Right. That can happen. You never know who could show up. But QC Muscle, we see you, man. Thanks for coming on board. And we're gonna do what we always do. We're gonna share small stuff, but you know how we are. We're very open type podcast. We talk about a little bit of everything, but we always tap it off with something that matters most, and that's the physical fitness side of things. Hello, Megan. Good to see you.
All right. Yeah. And we always, if you have questions and stuff, we always will answer them if we can live right here on the show. So Megan has a question. We'll go.
I see that. Megan says, "What is a good timeline for a fitness goal?" You can go ahead and answer that, Mike.
A good timeline for a fitness goal, what you need to do is what do you want out of your goal? So you got to sit down and think about what your why is and what you want to do it for. So before I would go into your timeline, I would say, what do you want to get out of it first? And say, then you'll start setting your timelines as far as, is it going to be 6 weeks, 8 weeks, a year, 2 years, or whatever. So I don't know. What do you think about that, Rob?
Well, I would say the same thing that Mike just said. The only thing I would add to that is this: is that anytime you come up with a good timeline for a fitness goal, now you gotta look at your home life, you gotta look at your work life, you gotta say, okay, now how am I going to reach this goal, right? I would say always think of compound effect, you know, little small goals at one time and then kind of go from there. Always have the big picture, but just go with something, you know, say, I want to lose 10 pounds in 60 days. And then you go from there because timelines are something that can either disappoint you or make you really happy. So you just got to be open and willing to just kind of open yourself up to going, here's my time, here's my goal. I'm going to give myself 30 days or 90 days to do this. And then if you're not there, then you just extend that goal time. But, you know, you want to have some type of ending, because if not, then you just keep saying, oh, I got more time. Oh, I got more time. So just set something. And I always, Mike and I both always say on this show is you give yourself 90 days first. Your first 90 days is the most important thing, because the first 21 days is going to be, you know, a challenge because it's changing your whole lifestyle unless you're living it right now. If you're living it right now, then it's balls to wall, right? Just go ahead and, you know, stay disciplined, stay consistent. The motivational side, that's going to always go up and down. Motivation is just fuel to the fire. The fire is discipline and consistency. So just, you know, focus on your outside life first to kind of determine a timeline.
And just like Rob said, we always talk about, like you said, the 90 days, but you know, you break down some little, you have some smaller timelines to see where you're at, because you know, hey, you have 90 days, but say in 30 days you didn't lose any weight or you lost some weight, so now you're seeing your progress and you're meeting progress time and you have an end result. So I think that's what we're saying, that don't have a timeline of a year and then say, okay, I'm doing this, and then you can sit back and try to wait for the last 6 months or whatever, try to put it in. But you give yourself 90 days and you small increments. And if you are a beginner, that's a real good for you. But just like you said, if you're already into it, you know, you know what you're doing. You just need to be able to make sure that you're being more consistent, and that's going to hold you more accountable. I think that might be a good way to say it or end it in that aspect. She also asked, she says, Rob, how do you feel about ego lifters?
Ego lifters are people who are looking to injure themselves. That's how I see it. Ego lifters are just people who have either a small man complex or a small woman complex, whomever it may be connected to. But it is definitely not something that's going to save your joints, keep you out of injury, because the chances of a person being an ego lifter, it's a real high chance that they're going to tear muscle tissue, or they're going to just strain something, and then they can't go lift for 3 months. And then what they're going to get out of that? Oh, I lift 315 pounds, but I tore a pec. Okay, now you won't be able to lift 5 pounds. So ego lifters are people that you just kind of turn and walk away from because they're trying to impress somebody. And the bottom line is that everybody go to the gym for different reasonings. And I don't know many people who go in to say, oh, look at me over here, look at me over here. That's not an ego lifter. They make a bunch of noise, they slam weights, they do all those things for attention. So just put your earphones on, jam to your own jam, and do your own thing.
Yeah, I agree too. And we've seen that quite a bit with this, with the social media, the YouTube world, the TikTok stuff. Everybody's doing crazy stuff. Everybody's trying to impress. You know, I look at it, I guess if you're going to be a bodybuilder, you lift weights to enhance your body physically. If you're going to be a power lifter, you're not going to be an ego lifter. You're lifting for strength so you can compete. And then there's the people that are into fitness and you lift a certain way. And nobody in those arenas are going crazy, because even a power lifter has to do certain things to get to
That's
where
right.
They don't just go in there and say, I'm pushing up this much weight right here today and looking around and you know, they looking around the gym to see who's looking at them and everything. So, you know, you will find people like that at the gym all the time. But like Rob said, put your headphones on, stay straight ahead, stay focused on what you got to do. And sometimes if you got a buddy that's like that, sometimes you just got to, hey, just keep doing your thing. Because I worked out with people that, hey, they want to be ego lifters, and I just stayed my course. And you know, either they're gonna stay with you or they're gonna move on somewhere else. So that would be my advice. And then her third question, Rob, is: are supplements necessary to build muscle?
Supplements are just that. So supplements are something that you're not getting or that your body can't produce enough of. So does it help build your muscle tissue? Absolutely. But you got to remember that supplements are to help put something in your system right away. For example, a protein shake. After you train, we all know how important it is to get some type of protein in our system. The old myth about you need to do it within 30 to 45 minutes is not true. It's just the reason why we focus on that so much is that you want to get some in your system because your receptors are so wide open at that time. Receptors meaning that when you work out, you tear little fiber tissues. Those little fiber tissues will heal two ways. One, with protein, amino acids, or the other one is with scar tissue because you didn't get enough protein in your system. So just remember that's the most important thing is that you're getting that rebuilding muscle fiber stuff going right away, and that's why supplements are good. Now, I would tell all of my clients, don't go overboard in supplements because there's so many things out there that tell you to do this, do that, do that. As long as you're eating right and you're taking in a protein or maybe a pre-workout drink just because you need some energy, so be it. But don't have your whole kitchen table lined up with about 28 different things, and it don't work.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, man. That's one of the things why I like talk. You know, why we've connected. We're old school when we talk about it. You don't need a whole bunch of things. You see people now, they're stacked with 25 different things and spent about $5,000 on supplements, and they still didn't get any size. The main thing is, like Rob said, man, make sure that protein intake is where it needs to be to grow the muscles, to enhance the muscles, to get that size, to get that weight, and go from there. Every now and then I'll tell somebody they may need to and take a multivitamin or something because they may have some deficiencies there. But that would be something that you talk to your doctor about also. But don't go overboard taking all of this, all of that, all of this, all of this, all of that, after this, after that, because what happens is sometimes a lot of that stuff is not working because you're not doing the main thing, and that's your intake with your meals. And that's what you got to look at. Is your diet right? Because if it's not, and are you getting rest? All of those are your keys right there. You got people, man, that work out, don't take any supplements, but they eat right and they look healthy and they look good. Then you got people that take a 1,000 things of supplements, and you're like, dang, man, ain't nothing happening with them. So hopefully that answers your questions, Megan. We appreciate you popping up, coming on. Q Muscle is asking some stuff, Rob.
Yeah, I see that. Yo, man, 60 years old, 5'10", 175, 12, 15% body fat. Dude, you already know what you're doing. I mean, this is awesome.
You've been working out 20 years too, man. So
yeah. So what I would say to you, brother, is that I would go and get my blood tested. I would go see what your levels are. I mean, that's the most important thing. A lot of people don't like talking about it, man, but I'm on it. I take a TRT. I take a TRT, people. I take a TRT. I'm 60. I'm 63, and you got to find out what your levels are, and if it's something that's going to assist you to help you recover, to help you get, just revive a little bit, libido, energy source, all those things come back to life. That's important to us as men. Now, understand that when we talk about TRT, we're not talking about something that's going to get you jacked, bro. I see you saying trying to get jacked. But it's going to allow you to push a little harder and bring on some more muscle because you're now bringing your test levels up. And you and I both know when you say you want to get jacked at our age, you're gonna have to add a couple little extra things that they have out there that you probably read about, just like I have. They're trying to see how far you want to take it. But I can tell you right now, bro, you really don't have to at our age unless you're planning on competing again. I'm competing again. I'm trying to stay as low as possible on any enhancements so that I can stay a healthy 63. But if you got some serious questions, man, just you got our stuff here. You can go to robertjohnsontraining.com and just sign up on that. Or you can go to my email address, which is info@robertjohnsontraining.com. That's info@robertjohnsontraining.com. And you and I can have some one-on-one time and I can tell you what's up. But man, 12 to 15% body fat, dude, you already right there, man. So just at your what's your height?
Yeah, good height and good weight, man. So
yeah,
you know,
man.
And you know what? Here's the thing. This is why me and Rob get along so well. We it's no holds bar, man. We're not gonna sit here and blow smoke up behind and say, hey, this is what we ain't doing, what we ain't doing. We're gonna tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying? And you know, we're gonna let you know what we're doing, what we ain't doing. And Rob just told you now what he's doing. But like I always tell everybody, and when we always make sure we say this, get your blood work done. Because a lot of people, man, you can have somebody at the gym that you see that is jacked, but they don't know what they're doing, and they're just handing you stuff and giving you stuff and say, hey, this is how you do it, and this is how I did it. It ain't gonna work for you.
Right.
It may not be healthy for you. So
that is exactly right.
Always get your blood work done. The most successful people at it are doing that on a regular basis.
Yeah. So, absolutely, man. It's important, and man, yeah, I like to talk to you, brother. I really like to know, man, because I'm thinking you can come on our show and sit and talk to us about your lifestyle and what you're doing, because we're always trying to like share other people's ideas and not just ours, but just reach out to one of us and come on board, man. Let's talk. Let's make it happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. We appreciate Q Muscle and we appreciate Megan.
Absolutely.
Probably we're gonna do some other stuff, man. But since we got that hurricane going down over there in Texas, man, we're gonna go ahead and we answer these questions, man. So I feel pretty good about coming back, man. We got some big things coming up. You guys will see it during the week, man, for next week's show and coming up the rest of the month. So make sure you share, subscribe, share, give our link to a friend, and make sure that you guys tune in every Sunday. Most Sundays, we'll let you know if we're not going to be here. Sunday, 6 o'clock Pacific time, PM, 8 o'clock Central time, because Rob is in Texas. People think we're like right next door to each other. Rob is in Texas. I'm in California. You know, so we're we're not worlds apart, but we're not right next door to each other. But absolutely. You know what? You know, we got love for one another, man, and we on the same page. We got a lot of similarities, and that's why we do this. You can reach me at on Instagram at Big Darkness 59 or House of Darkness Fitness. And Rob, you already gave them one more time. Let them know.
And you can go to as far as my IG is concerned, you can go to the legend Robert Johnson, and it'll pull up some videos that I'm doing and stuff like that. I also have another YouTube channel that's Robert Johnson Training. You can go there too, and it'll show you all of my training videos of different things that I do, and then we can kind of go from there. But Mike and I, biggest deal, man, we're all about sharing, and we just want to be able to give back in the ways that we can. Between the two of us, we got a lot of background. We don't know everything, but we know a lot. So we would be more than happy to share with no holds barred, as Michael talked about, because a lot of people are afraid to talk steroids, they're afraid to talk sex, they're afraid to talk every little thing that's going on, and those things should be open. There's nothing taboo about any of that. So let's do what we do. You guys pass us on. Like Mike said, please subscribe. That's what's going to help us reach more people. And if we could subscribe to ourselves, we'd be already at 200,000 followers. So, so,
hey, 1.5, you know.
So, anyways, man, Mike, you got anything else you want to add?
I ain't got nothing else, man. I just hope everything stays safe, man. My prayers are with you guys, you and your family, your brother out there, man. Everybody that's in Texas that's gonna be affected, man. We're praying for you out here in California. Stay safe,
man.
Stay off them streets.
Yeah, man. Peace out, people. Be safe in Texas, people. Peace out. Bye.